I'll tell you what, just putting this on, you could sense how truly special this is, and it's Larimar. Now, the story behind this is, we had this on the air 6 months ago, and it was on, and all of us missed it, because if you weren't watching the one time it aired, it completely sold out. And now tonight, we have it back. This is extremely, extremely rare. There is a very remote, very small mountain range where you find Larimar. And it's a fascinating story. It's very small where you can find it. And Jay's gonna share it with you. Let me show you what we have in the suite. There's several pieces. We have this glorious ring that's in 5 through 12. We have the earrings that are available. Those are 1 1/4 inches. Where are my little earrings? They're right there, and they're stunning. Look at Larimar, isn't that cool? Look at the ring, it's just amazing cabochon. The bracelet, 5-storm bracelet, big, big cabochons. The highlight here, though, is gonna be this necklace, and it includes the pendant. You can take the pendant off, wear it by itself, wear the pendant by itself with a silver chain or one of Jay's silver collars, or of course you can wear them together. So Jay, I know I was really excited. How in the world were you able to bring Larimar back? Because not only is it really rare, oh yeah, and more importantly, let's look at the price, sorry. Dun, da, da. And now the prices. Okay, here we go. You ready? Great reorder. We've got all pieces. When this sold out, we did not have 5 flex pays tonight. You can finally get Larimar with 5 flex pays. And Jay, because it's so rare, when you see Larimar out and about, it is not in the $100 to $200 range. That just doesn't happen.
No, and here's the thing with Larimar. I have to tell you, well, and I'll make a confession here right now, okay? I watch very little TV, okay? I don't. Okay, the last year I have watched more TV than I normally do. And the reason, it's really simple, right? Most of the places I go, it's not in English, so I don't understand what they're saying, so I don't watch TV, Because so you just get to where you don't watch TV at all. And the reason I'm telling you this is this. I have seen what people are selling in Larimar, and they got a little post earring, or like a real small ring. You don't see this kind of volume, right? You don't see these huge beads. Look at the quality of this Larimar material that you're looking at here right now. This is part of our gallery collection. This never happens. Okay, this is Larimar. This is so unique. It's so different. Anybody who actually has ever been in the Caribbean or ever been on a cruise, or you've been to any of the islands, they know what Larimar is. They've seen it. They've also seen the prices, right? It's very rare that they even put this in silver. It's usually in either 10 karat gold, 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, but they very rarely, and they don't have really big pieces. This Larimar is just top grade. Normally, when we do a gallery look and a gallery collection, which this is part of the gallery collection, we never bring it back. We brought this on one time before. It's been about 7 or 8 months ago. It sold out in a flash, a heartbeat. And so they asked us, is there any way that you can bring it back? It took us a long time to bring it back. I will tell you right now, this is the top grade Larimar that we have. It does not get any better than this, guys. These are really pieces of wearable art. And if you want Larimar, it only comes from one place in the entire planet Earth, and it comes from the Dominican Republic. I've been to this mine 4 times, folks, 4 times, way before. In fact, the first time I went was before Larimar. It was when it was first discovered. And there really wasn't, nothing, it really hadn't hit the market. Nobody was using it. I mean, right when they initially found it, I went to Larimar. I never could make a deal. I've been 4 times, and I've never, ever, during that over a 20-year, maybe even a 30-year period, I have never walked away with a deal. I've never been able to buy any of the rough. And it's for the reason that the prices just won't work. I mean, it's just crazy what they want. I have a source that I was able to do this deal with, who's related in a way to the mining. He's part of the mining family. So that's how we got this rough. And that's how I scored this rough. And that's why we're able to do these prices. But I will tell you this right now, okay? I don't have any more Larimar material. Everything that I have now in Larimar is already spoken for. It's already in projects. I'm working desperately to try to get more, but I really haven't been able to. As of today, I'm kind of in a holding pattern on it. So I've got a few more things I'm going to be able to offer in Larimar, and then we're done. It's already being cut right now. I mean, it's already placed in shows.
So what you have is already been spoken for in the designs. You know what, Jay, hang on one sec. I just want to give everybody a quick update if you don't mind. Sorry to interrupt, but you guys got to know, because once again, it looks like it's going to sell out. Where do you want to start, Rick? Okay, the earrings. I have 80 pairs of the earrings left, just so you know, little facts, and then we'll go right back to Jay. Butterfly clasp in the back, all sterling silver, beautiful dangle. I mean, this color just pops, right? In the cuff, I have 120 left in the cuff. Again, you can size this up and down a little bit for yourself. 5 stones on the top. Those are all beautiful cabs. Then in the necklace, please remember, you do get the necklace and the pendant. I love it because you can wear them separately, wear them together. It's really amazing. I have a little over 200 now remaining. And in the ring, and that's the most popular item right now. In the ring, we have sizes 5 through 12. And how many rings do I have left? I have a little under 300 rings left, although we are starting to lose sizes. Last call, size 5 and size 12, and that is a massive cabochon of that Larimar. You know, Jay, it's funny because most people are not familiar with Larimar because, like you said, Dominican Republic, I thought it was interesting. They discovered a lot of it on the beaches, but then it's because it rolled down from the mountain range, this very small mountain range, onto the beach. So I thought that was some interesting history on how they figured out that Larimar even existed.
It's just like gold, right? When you're panning for gold in the river, right, and you're finding gold dust, it had to come from somewhere. So usually it came from up, right? So when you look at this, and here again, okay, I'm just telling you, Larimar is really rare, and it's also the quality of the material. And this is, the quality is just unbelievable. It's superb. It's the top grade of the top grade that we actually were able to secure. Like I said, this isn't something, I've never been able to go to the mine and make a deal. I've never been able to do that. They get huge money for it. When you see, when you see Larimar, if you ever go to the Caribbean or you go to the Bahamas, if you're, and you go into the shops, because that's where you see a lot of it, you're not going to see some huge, massive beaded necklace like this, okay? You're going to see maybe a ring with a nice ring with a nice sized cabochon, or maybe they'll have. Very rarely do they have bracelets. They don't even cut a lot of beads out of it, and if they do, I guarantee you, I'll take the challenge as far as price. And that's been, I guess, that's my big issue, and that's what I'm talking about. This usually is so cost prohibitive, even going mine direct. I mean, if I paid the prices that I had to pay at the mine, these prices would even be probably about at least 200 to 300% higher, because that's what the material costs. I was just able to score a really good deal by doing this.
There's 10 earrings left. There was 20. About a second later, there's 10 earrings left. Those are going to be sold out here in just 1 second. We have 75 of the cuffs left. I've got just a little over 100 of the necklaces left, and then a little bit more than that in the ring, 5 through 12, although 5 and 12 will be sold out here in just a second. We had it on 6 months ago, sold literally, I've never even seen it. I've seen Larimar before, but I certainly didn't have it 6 months ago. So it was on, and then it was completely sold out. And here's a really, again, unique opportunity. It's a beautiful stone. Even from a distance, look how bright, and the energy of this stone is almost palatable. Like you can almost taste it, really. Look at it from a distance. I mean, can you imagine if you just had an open collar or a V-neck you bought from Diane last hour, and this is just popping from it? I'm wearing an Easy Tank. It's a black Easy Tank. It's my favorite top, but look what happens when you put on a Larimar. The earrings are now completely gone, so unfortunately those are totally sold out. So if you are thinking about getting it, number one, don't wait. I think what's so versatile about the necklace is, even if you didn't wear the pendant, you didn't want to wear it all together one day, maybe you're going for a more casual look, look at how stunning that necklace is. I mean, it just doesn't get lost, you know? It's one of those really powerful, just has a really wonderful feel to it. When you put it on, you can almost sense the power in this stone. Jay, it's so funny because different stones have different energies to them, and you can really sense and see how unique Larimar is. I believe that. What's your philosophy on that? Do you think the same thing?
Well, you know, I truly have to tell you, okay, even when when I'm designing and I'm working with different materials, you'll get different, you get kind of different vibes from them. It's kind of weird, okay, in a way. Yeah. Larimar, though, it's the perfect Caribbean rough material, right? I mean, it's really ironic that you would find it in the Dominican Republic, you would find it in the Caribbean. I mean, it really, really is. If you've ever flown, which I'm a pilot, and I got to tell you, if I took you flying and you were down in this area and you were down in these islands down there, and you look down, and you often think, my gosh, if I could get a material that looked like that, it would sound like crazy. And then, you know how the waters, you know how the
yes.
Caribbean waters are. I mean, like especially when you get, you got the dark blues, the light blues, the turquoises, and they all blend together. And you're thinking to yourself, wow, if I could just get a material, if I could just put that in a piece of jewelry, I know it would sell, right?
Yes.
And so really that's what Larimar is. I mean, I'm telling you, it is one of the more unique materials I work with. The big frustrating thing, it's one of the materials that, unfortunately, going to the mine has never been my saving grace on it. I've just never been able to pull off a deal. They don't get a lot of it, but they are, and then here's the thing, there's all different grades. And that's what I want everybody to pay attention to here. This is like super high grade, guys. I mean, this is really, really high grade. It's got the really nice blues. It's got the nice white, clear white swirls in it. This is the material you really want to go after. And this is the most expensive material, the expensive grade. They grade this out, and this is what they get big, big money for.
Jay, the cuff is almost sold out. That's going to be the next one to go. I have about 25 left. And Jay, I do want you, before it's sold out, can you briefly tell us how you construct the cuff so that you can kind of widen it out and make it closer to custom to your wrist?
Okay, and here again on these cuffs, and the big thing here is these are made with sterling silver sheet material, okay? So the silversmiths, and they're all done by hand, but it's done with sterling silver sheet. The big thing, the key thing here is the equation, you have to have silversmiths. Most jewelry today is either cast or stamped. It's not really created from scratch by hand using sterling silver sheet or gold sheet, and that's because you need silversmiths, you need goldsmiths. So like on this cuff right here, and I don't really have one here with me today, that's unfortunately one of the things that makes it difficult, but I have a fairly substantial wrist, and I could wear that perfectly. Suzanne's got a much smaller wrist, and she could wear it too. I mean, you do have a little bit of flexibility. I'm not saying that you can take this and you stretch it back and forth. Right. But once here's the cool thing with this, because of how they're created, and they're made from sterling silver sheet material. When you put it on your wrist, after you do that a few times, the silver will have a memory and will actually start fitting you perfectly. It's amazing. I wear cuff bracelets all the time. In fact, it's the exception to the rule that I don't have mine on tonight. And you just take it and you just pop them on. That's the first thing I do in the morning is I put on my watch and then I put on my cuff.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Basically, this is very, very close to being completely sold out. And again, we've got some great pieces coming up. I want you to stay with us. We've got some really, really rare stuff, but this is spectacular. And 6 months ago when it sold out, we did not have 5 flex pay available. So that's the neat thing, is get a wildly rare stone, get a top of the line, just really right up there with some of the most unique stones in the world, and then have 5 flex to be able to pay it off, which means 5 months to pay it off. You get it today, any major credit card, 5 months from now, you're paying it off. So it's pretty handy to have that, especially if you're looking for something very exotic and very, very different and wildly unique and rare. This is a great example of that. Okay, cuff almost gone. The ring, I have 5 through 12, guys, but there's just not a lot left. And of course, the pendant and the necklace still available, but again, just like less than 200. Okay, so I mentioned there was one piece in the show tonight that actually they had asked me. We were doing a special online thing